Hello gang, welcome back down to Billy's Bluff. We're sitting outside Boonhead Airport today with a upgraded Boonhead Airport too. We've got the car parks, we've got some buildings in, and we've got some emergency service stuff going on down here. So I'll take you through that just shortly. We're going to be relocating the actual airport up at Lofty's Gap. I'm unhappy where it is, and I'm trying to future-proof helicopters clipping through town buildings, because right at the moment they're not clipping, but they are very close to skimming the top of some buildings. So we're going to be relocating that Lofty's Gap airport today, probably up between Gooley Hop and Lofty's Gap in that farm section there. The AI has actually started building up there, and I've deleted some roads, but we're going to put the airport in around there, put in a little truck service to transport the food to it. And then we're going to look at hooking up Cape Hanks airport / products it's going to send down here, because we need some con mats in here, and we established last time that was the best place to get con mats, down into here. Okay, and not to mention the fact that we can get it like a bit of a triangle three-way hookup with helicopters with our airport that we've got over near Shark Fin Bay as well. Okay, but that might be a future sort of project also. Right, so down here you can see we've got a bit of a staff car park here. Lovely little security booth just in here. We've got a couple of shacks and more security gates with the causeway, security check-in point. We've got a cafeteria / restaurant area, maybe some meeting rooms for staff to go and work in and do stuff out of. We've got an actual office building here for the staff, some more car parking there, maybe the execs car park, and a little bit of a ring road here. We do have on-site accommodation for staff as well, and obviously the production building. And then over here we've got our emergency vehicles down here, a couple of tanks, and our little man doing the flag work. You're doing a good job there, buddy. He must have some sore arms, that's for sure. Okay, so that's what's going on down here. I think it's come up really well, and I've also fenced off the perimeter as well, so we can't just get people, you know, coming out here and trying to invade and steal stuff and all that sort of jazz, right? Highly secure complex. And as Amy would put it, Amy from the channel comes in, drops in and into the live streams and likes to say that I've set up a prison. All right, so moving on, moving away from the prison, this is where we're going to relocate our airport to, and our farm section here. I've gone ahead and started removing some stuff just to give us a go. The AI had built all the way up in here. I've stopped them from doing that. And over here is where we've got, actually this is a good example right here. We've got a helicopter, and we'll be able to see it right now, because they fly quite low up here because they have to go down. And you can see here, we're probably going to actually, the buildings are probably built up already enough that we're going to clip through right now, which is just no good for us. Right there, see? So that's what we're going to fix up and remove today to get that sorted. Okay, so first things first, I've established and flattened this area just down here a little bit, just to get it sort of sorted, right? The trouble is, I don't really want I'm happy for the AI to have that much of the land. I've gone in and placed in some of these areas where they can't actually build, right? I might even just place that one there. Just drop it down in for me. You can't have that. And you know what? You can't have that either. I had thought about putting the airport section just here. I'm not going to. We're going to put it in this corner right here. And then we're going to get a couple of trucks to bring out some food out this way. Wow, these roads. Look at that road. That's an intense road. They're all pretty intense roads, actually, to be honest. Okay, so this is where we're going to be building our... actually, you know what? On the angle's quite fun, isn't it? Although I don't really want that. It's quite fun, however. I suppose you could. No, we don't want to. I don't want to. We're going to build it sideways here on this road. Okay. Are you going to let me? Not... Well, it's actually sitting higher than the road, isn't it? Huh. You're not sitting higher than the road there. But you are sitting at different angles to it. It's a very uneven section of land, isn't it? I don't mind that it's got a bit of undulation in the driveways and stuff. That'll be fine. We can always get the smoothing gun out, right, and just sort of fix that up around here, right? What we will end up doing is I will barricade this land down here off from the actual farm section, just so we can establish where our farmland is still again. And you know what? We'll do that. We'll even just do it now, shall we? All right, so we want a bit of a farm fence, to be honest. But we want something also quite substantial and thick. I'm wondering if we should just go with something like that, or if we should go with like, yeah, one of these fences might be good, hey? So let's establish the farm land, shall we? Right, so we're going to say like this, right? Because what I'm trying to do, I want to have some space for helipads as well. And maybe it just comes down to the fact that the airport might have to just buy some more land off the local farm owners. All right, we'll put that there like that. And we'll just finish that there for the moment. I can do a bit more fencing later on. But that's kind of their place. What I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to establish, we could potentially put helipads there, but I kind of want to put the helipads on this side. So if we, now this is kind of future-proofing, the helipads, right? And we're actually going to have them faced this way. Why are you, I don't want you sinking down like that. I want you at the other height. But because you're linking up to that road, you're sinking down lower. Well, okay, I've got an idea. What if we do this? Yeah, that's sitting already higher. I don't want to do any higher than you need to be. And what I'll actually do is I'll establish a little road. This is kind of tricky, but if I kind of put you guys like this, right? Maybe I'll put one like that. I wonder if that means I can get a road in there now like this. Yeah, well, you can. Okay, cool. And then I can put like little emergency service buildings and stuff there, but that gives us a couple of, or I can potentially put more helipads there as well. All right, so that's fine. That's totally fine. And we're kind of ready to go now. So that is the basic setup for it. I'm not going to play with it too much today. We're going to actually take our a line here, manage the line. We probably don't need that many helicopters either, but I'll leave them for the moment. They're not really producing a lot. We're going to switch. Well, it's Lofty Gap Airport. We're going to add this station here. I'm going to add one of these pads straight away. I prefer them to be on the pads. And we're going to get rid of that one. We'll have to see how that goes. Wait. Lofty's Gap Annex. Okay, we'll have to see how that looks, and we might need to change up the actual flight path. But right, the next thing we need to do is establish a truck line. So we need to actually go new line, which is going to take us from here, our in-town truck stop, to here. Right, that's perfect. And we're going to call this, you know what, it's going to be kind of mixed goods. So I'm going to actually call this line Boon Heads. Hang on, caps. Boon Head Mixed Goods PRNF fire truck. Okay, I'm not going to actually tell these guys what they need to take, and to be honest, I'm going to set it as like this kind of a color, and then we're going to actually leave it like that. I'm actually going to buy some trucks for it now. I hate that dip, that little canyon there, keeps forcing me into a the camera into a gap. Now I'm going to give you guys still, well, I might actually give you this one, 2 of these. Set those on Boonhead Mixed Goods Transfer, right? Because I don't mind a couple of things going in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually delete all this now. I did put a little fuel station in there. That's going, that's going, that's going. I started trying to decorate, and then I was like, no, it's just not working. And we'll just see what the AI does with the rest of that for the moment. But that's gone. The airport is now here. So let's just check. I thought we had like a stuck helicopter crashing, and then I realized that we're auto-saving, and that still doesn't look great. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to be doing that. But let's just follow this now, just to see if it's been any better. Alright, come on. Off you go. And I can play around with the lines later. Hey. I can play around with the lines later anyway. Okay, that's instantly better. I don't want us clipping over. See, we're still flying really low here that I don't like. Like, it'll do. But what it means is we can't have any AI building out here. And the homes that are there cannot build any higher. And we just have to now watch this as it comes in. Just to see how it goes, and then we'll have to watch it as it goes out. Now, there's going to be some tall buildings in Boonhead, so if they're taking off straight over the town, we've got to make sure that they eventually don't clip the actual buildings in Boonhead as well. So it might be something we have to keep an eye on in the future. You got to do turn here, that's fine. Jurassic Park. Yeah, okay. And then let's now ride with that one. Just to see how it's going. I mean, you get buildings that are that tall, but we might be okay for a while. Let's speed up this process just to get this helo up the hill and see what the go is. We might actually reduce this down to 3 helos as well. But they seem to be all right. They seem to be well spaced out for the moment anyway. So that's actually okay. We're actually going to sell this one. Okay. And we're going to have 3 running on that for the moment. So that's instantly also going to get rid of noise pollution over Lofty's Gap. When it comes to this house here, they're just going to have to suck it up and, yeah, deal with it. Let's head over to here where we've got, it's Conmat Central over this way. Now, Hidden Valley is the actual place that are the producers of the Conmats, right? Now, Hidden Valley actually don't get a lot. We could actually start trying to send them some goods. They don't even get a lot of their own Conmats. It's something we can look at a little bit later, I think, as well. But if we come down here to actual Cape Hank, sorry, I forgot the name of my own bloody town then. Cape Hank is the hub. It is like the main hub on the map, isn't it, really, when you think about it? It's got all the processes, it's got the freight yards, it's got causeways going everywhere. It's actually got our business center here. Beats walking transport. Take a bus, it beats walking. Take a train, beats walking. Right, and then it's got a lovely little, I like to think that it's a really lovely little stop down in here where we transfer onto the train. Lovely little decorated train station. It's kind of got old meets new. It's got little garden cafes and stuff in it around it and fenced off walls and stuff. And you know, I happen to really like this train station and the way it comes in and all walled off, you know. Anyway, we're not here for a tour, Ham. It's a very happening place, old Cape Hank. It's really got a lot going on. The nearest airport is actually over here at White Sands, right? Just outside White Sands, which is actually, White Sands is really taking off now. Great to see. White Sands and Kings Pass South are really sort of starting to merge now. And then we got Kings Pass North and Budgie Islands. Budgie Islands is really ramping up since we gave them a passenger service as well. That passenger service, if you haven't caught up, runs through Kings Pass North, up and into this station just here at White Sands, and then it does a transfer where you can get onto the main loop to get to Cape Hank and over here to Exed. So that's just a quick little link up of how this all works down in this section here. With the massive port being at Cape Hank. But I think, in all honesty, and here's the thing, to avoid helos flying through mountains, which I don't think we're going to be able to do because they just don't seem to take off and fly as high, we're going to have to set up a service that runs Conmats out to here, and we're going to have to try and probably fly Conmats out up to there, up to here, where we then send them down here to transfer into here. So that's because sending a helicopter all that way, they're just, you can see the size of these mountainous ridges and that sort of stuff. They're just not going to fly over, I don't think. They're going to clip through and it's just going to be a bit disastrous. So To do that, we need to establish a line to get commats from here over to here. Well, we've got some sort of train lines hooked up that are all running one way only, which kind of doesn't help us at all. Also, this train, no, it's fine. It should drop in and out of profit. Let's just check it here for a sec. We've got a lot of commats on the deck here. We've got some trucks down here that probably need updating as well. Let's just check, make sure this makes some money. Yep. Okay, drops in and out. The trucks down here, however, like this, managed vehicles, we could probably replace those with, we'll replace them with that. Actually, yeah, we'll replace them with that and we'll give them 2 extras, right? Okay, very good. And then what do we got here? The stone trucks. Oh yeah, manage those vehicles. They're just dump trucks, are they? Which we don't even actually utilize anymore. So I think what we'll do is we'll switch those guys out for these dump trucks. Right, that's going to help them. And then the trucks down here. Are these our grain trucks? Whoa, manage these vehicles, right. I don't care. I've always said this. I don't mind if vehicles don't actually make a lot of money. These are the Benz Tarpaulin. They're a long time gone. That'd be the closest thing to them, would it? Or this, no, this Tarpaulin, which is 11. So these must take, what, a capacity of what each? 7. Oh, dear gosh. No. Let's get something modern and new on that. You can, well, I mean, this would be better. So we will go that. Okay. We obviously need to get a lot more products lifted and shifted around here. Okay. That's totally fine. And the tanker trucks are doing a fine job as well. In fact, I didn't realize we were coming down here to do upgrades, but apparently, let's get the Kenworth tankers in here. Right, that's going to be much better. Because we do have our massive oil trains. Look at all the oil on deck, by the way, that we need to get sorted out. We've got a lot of backlog that we need to get filtered and sorted out. Right, that can go back to that. Right, we're sorting out airport ham and a way to get commats out. Yes, commats out. How do we do it? Wow. We're going to have to run a piggyback line that runs the opposite direction. The trouble is, I don't think we can get it through town here. But we need to get it to that airport. What about if we helo the product to the airport from there to there, and then we fly it out of here? That makes a lot more sense, considering it's an airport. So, great idea, Ham. Thanks for the suggestion. No, thank you. We're going to do it by adding in... I probably want to establish the actual airport also. What are you doing to my roundabout? You know how touchy I am about roundabouts. Also, where do we want to run the heliport? I don't want to run it right out here. I kind of want it to sit at just like outside of the airport itself. So it'd have to sit like somewhere down here. Or potentially like this, but you chew out a bit of mountain if you do that, so we don't really need to. We've got plenty of space down here. We could run an actual proper helo airport, couldn't we? Yeah, okay. Let's get ourselves established a nice little section here. We'll get a nice bit of flattening going on to actually flatten it off that road if we can. Then we'll actually take the trees out. Trees can always be replanted. Okay, we'll have a big environmental day on the map where we replant the trees, right? Get me a nice big bit of flat land. Lovely. Let's get our helo station in, because we're going to need one on the other side too. We've got roads out here that look like they need more roundabouts. You just want more roundabouts, you muppet. So what I'm doing is I'm going to give myself plenty of room to do the decoration and stuff as well. Now with this, I'm going to have you straight up like that. Okay, pretty easy. I'm even going to upgrade you and upgrade you. We're going to upgrade all these roads, to be honest. That one can't get upgraded. That can get upgraded. That can get upgraded. We're no longer sort of a dirt town. If you don't want to be upgraded, I'm going to replace you. Simple as that. All right. You can keep coming along that way, and you're not gonna play the game here, eh? Just pause for a sec. The game is not gonna play the game, so sometimes you, like I always say, you have to beat the game at its own medicine, right? That works for me. Okay, so we're back in business. Lovely. That one, we're just gonna leave dirt, obviously. I think, are we? Yep. Unless we can make it small. Yeah, we can make it like that. That's totally fine. All right. All right. Everyone's had a little bit of an upgrade through there. That's really good. What we're going to do here is, now, you know my take on this. We always add a couple of extra, right? I like to get them in now. I might actually, yeah, I'll keep them on this side. Well, we're going to have town building over here. You know what I wouldn't mind? I'll leave that for the moment. I'll leave the helos land on the roof just for the moment, because I may do something where I try and raise them up. We'll come back to that. But for the moment, let's just get the line established in, shall we? Now, we don't need the truck stop here because we've got one that is going to run from here. Wow, it connects up with that one, so right there. And it's going to be simply called Conmats. No, it's not. It's going to be called what? White Sands. No, White Sands Conmat TRNF fire truck. Okay. Right. That's that line established. So we get a couple of trucks for that. I know that we're premature on the trucks here, but I don't really mind. I'm going to go with this little, wow. I'm going to go with this little workhorse, right? It's just a good shape for what we're trying to do here. I'll go with 4 for the moment. We're going to lose money on them, but we're making good money, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to go all the way down to White Sands. Did I not? Did I not just name that? That actually, I'm actually annoyed that didn't work. White? Unless I accidentally named something else, which I didn't. Sands. On Matt. On Mats. Con. Mats. TRNF. Fire truck. Okay. I should have put airport in there as well, but we'll leave it. Okay, so we know that that's what they're doing. Right. Get rid of pause here. So we are going to need our airport over here, helicopter airport, but because we're going a straight shot over there, we don't have a lot of hills to contend with. Now, this is the construction site that I had looming ready for something, and I think this is going to be perfect to have it down here in this port. As much as I love the decoration of the construction site, I wonder if I should flatten a bit of land here and take it from here. We do have our core. Whoa, the AI has just decided to build a road down here. Straight through my building. You bloody buggers. I'll fix that later, I think, because I don't mind you being down here, but I'm not going to have you all the way connected to that road through my warehouse, where you guys have actually... Yeah, I'll have to fix all that later. That's just no good. Right, I'm going to leave my construction site here. We're going to build off to this side down here. We've got a bit of land down here, which is quite nice, actually. So I'm going to keep you flat. Got a nice little port section here with a great little view. I think it's perfect to tuck a kind of little helo port just out here for extra little transfers around down near the beach. You know, you could even put a rescue helo section out here as well. Right, let's get rid of some of these trees, please. Let's take the area for ourselves. I'll leave some trees down in the corner here, though, on the edges of the map. But I think that's a really nice spot for us to build our little helicopter section out. Yeah, okay. So, hello section. We're going to have you spun to sit this way, or are we? Either way, you're taking some hills, so I'll have to do some flattening. Right, well, if that's the case, I'm going to get you nice and square with this actual building here. We're going to have you out actually over this way as far as we can, sort of plot you just in there, right? And then that way I can do some sort of decoration stuff out here, and I can add in some more helicopter sections also. Now, just here, I'm actually going to add a smaller roundabout to get into this facility. Right, and then we do have one ways in and out and stuff, so I wonder if we should, yeah, I think, you know what, we will keep the one ways in and out. Just like that, okay, we will keep, and we'll have you two-way, and in fact, no, I'll leave you like that. In fact, well, we could switch you to be the same style road as that. Which means I'd have to update all that road. Yeah, update it all. Just to there. Yeah, happy with that. Okay, so that's our little way into our helo section out here, which we'll have to get a whole fence off area, security sort of area as well. Now I just want to get this. Put that down. Right. I don't want to have any arguments. So we instantly now need to get a transfer, which is easy. We can do it from down here. Bigger truck stops would be handy, wouldn't they? We might see if we can squeeze a truck stop in down here. And what I want to do, I actually want to use one of these. Now, what's this? This is cargo station, city, small, medium. Can I squeeze you in the background here, which is perfect. This is exactly where I want you. How far over? Red Rover. Right. That's come up an absolute treat. And I'm going to have, you can have that. Okay. Lovely. It's already fenced off. It's already prison fenced off, Amy, if you're watching. Okay. So that there should have connection with all of this. Look at that. That's perfect. I've really got to get back down here and fix all these buildings in and around my port, but that's not for today. Right. New line. What's going on here? Oh, we were saving, Ham. We were doing a save. Right, you're getting all your buttons flustered, mate. I know, I'm getting a bit flustered with it. We're going to call this conmats. So it's going to be conmats. No, it's going to be Cape Hank. What's going on with your naming convention today as well? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. It's really cold here where I'm at the moment. And you know, when it gets really cold and your fingers get all really cold and slow up because it's so cold, I'm actually having like typing troubles. I have to keep rubbing my hands together. Cape Hank, what? Conmats what? Transfer. Buy truck. We'll keep it simple like the other one. You can also hit play again now too, by the way. So I actually want to buy a couple of trucks as well. Where are we buying? Where are we purchasing them? Down here somewhere, isn't there? I know there's a truck stop. Why don't you just do this? Yeah, if I do this though, you watch. As soon as I do that, there's just stuff everywhere. Although, I do have a truck stop here somewhere. Oh, well, there's one in town here I can send them from. That's the one you're going to send them from then. Alright, the other thing is, leave it. Leave everything else running how it is. Okay. We're here. It's inside. It's part of the station. Part of the ship, part of the crew. So we're going to use, for conmats, I'd like just a sort of truck that was suited for just sort of things like conmats, which would be like Something that's like this, but not all cargo. Like, I wish we had one of these, but they don't come for a little bit later in time. Which we can reset that back to that, by the way. Yeah, if we had one of these that took, well, bricks as well, basically. Let's go with the Peterbilt, because at some point we will lose Peterbilts, and I don't really want to lose them. I want to keep as many on the map as we can. I'm going to go with 4. We're going to set that on Cape Conmats transfer, right? Okay, so they're going to come out of there. Look, he's got his little bum poked out the back here. But they're going to come out here and head on down, and start doing a transfer up here, down into there. Perfect. So our last line here is going to be from here to here, right? Lovely. And that looks something like a big cross section, although it's never quite as simple as you think. Right, this is purely going to be Conmats. Now, one of these lines, actually, no, so it's going to be Cape Hank to White S Conmats via TRNF via Kilo. Okay. Now, at some point, I am going to have to tell these guys that you are only loading Conmats, please. You are you're actually not bringing anything back over there. I don't want you to bring everything back. It's just a one-way flight for me. And then at White Sands, you're going to load nothing, and you're going to unload Conmats. And that's going to basically tell these guys here that they're only taking that. Right, the other thing is, luckily we've got an airport here, so we can buy our helicopters as well. Buy vehicles. Now, we are utilizing these helos just here, right? These are what? They take... I don't know if we want the cargo baskets. We're using these no baskets. These take all but 8 to 10. These take 26 to 40. Let's give these a go. Let's try 4 and set them on Cape Hank White Sands Hilo, just to see what these ones are like. Hey, they look a bit dangerous, I'll be honest. Like they're gonna swinging packs of bricks over the top of towns. But let's just check this flight path to see how they go. Because if they're too low, they actually have to do a takeoff from the airport. I forget about that. But that's okay. So they've lifted up. I wonder actually how high. Yeah, see, I don't think they would have gone as high as the mountains. But for this run here, I think we're going to be okay. Because it should literally just come onto the roof. Like that. Do a pickup. Right, we do have this in fast forward, mind you, remember? It is going to make our little airport there super duper busy. I'm just wondering if we add an extra airport in down here, and it's going to land there. And then which way are you going to take off and head from here? You're going to go right, aren't you? No, you're going to go left. Oh, okay, that's perfect. That's a great little loop. Air traffic control down here is definitely, you know what, let's give them a little air traffic control tower. I know I've got a tower here for this reason somewhere. I can find, if I can find it quickly enough. I know there is like a towery thing we can use. That's a person, by the way, Ham. Yeah, there's a tower here somewhere. Just do a quick click through some of these things. We get a look. Oh, there's a Macca's there. We probably should put a Macca's in, shouldn't we? Not in here, is it? No. You'll know when it comes. You can see it pretty easy. Here it is, towers. Let's get these guys an air traffic controlling tower. Let's get them a big one, shall we? That one looks pretty good, doesn't it? And it should probably be up on the mountain. So let's get that up there. And then let's get also something that looks like an air traffic control tower. Like that can be like a radio tower, think of it that way. And then air traffic control sits there. Okay, perfect. Don't crash into it, anyone, please. That will be awkward. We've just built that Right, so we're going to need it for this area. I'm actually thinking we're going to need a second runway with the amount of traffic coming in this way for air traffic. But I don't think we're going to fit it in. If we went configure, we can't even... Oh, we can add another runway, can't we? We'd have to take... Well, the track's in the way anyway. So that's no good. Instantly no good. Right, well, we're just going to have to add it in. And the planes are just going to have to do extra flights. Add the line in anyway. We're going to go from here to here. Right. You're going to be red. Now, here's the other thing. We need to establish a truck line from here. I'll get back to name those shortly. Can you be on number... I don't have anything out here. Can I add an extra truck stop in, please? Let's just say I want regular platforms out here. Actually, no, we can put a crane in. This would be good for con mats. Right, and this line here. It's fun just playing sometimes, you know. Like, I had a plan in my head of what we need to get achieved today. What I didn't have is the actual plan on how it was going to work. And sometimes I don't mind doing an episode like that. Right, that's going to go down here. Can we have a different, let's say 3 potentially? Yeah, or maybe 2 even. 5. Yeah, I don't mind doing episodes where it's just sort of we play and see what we come up with, because at the end of the day, that's what makes this game great, is just playing. You know, sometimes you just got to play off your cuff. And I do that a fair bit, but it's good to have a plan as well. You've got to have a plan, but to play off the cuff, off the plan is the way to go. Right, shut up, Ham. Right, we're going Ghoulie. To Lofty. Con mats. TRNF. Fire truck. Right, get that in place with the trucks, please. Did I have... Oh no, we are buying them all from here, aren't we? With this whole top section. Right, you're going to have for me... Wow, once again. Alright, we'll go with the Kenworths. Give me 6 for the distance that you've got. Can you please have K... No, what are we... A Ghoulie. So you need to be G, please. Ghoulie, Lofty, Conmats, Transfer Truck. Right. And then our line here that we've put in... Boy, this is going to be a busy airport. Is going to be white. S. Give it a capital. Cold hands, cold brain, cold everything. White, oh, we're auto-saving as well. White sands to... I can still type while that happens. Ghoulie. Conmats. TRNF. Fire. Rain. Okay. Right. Ooh-wee. Cold. Right, so that's there. We need to buy some aircraft for that too, don't we? Yeah, we do. I'm gonna buy them from this side. And then we're gonna fly the plane out today. I have cargo, please. We've got new cargo planes, by the way. Oh yeah, we do. What's a good sort of little Lockheed? I don't know if the Lockheed will go on this airport. I did put large ones up actually, didn't I? Yeah, okay. Wow. Here's the large planes, cargo. They take 24 cap, the Boeing 737. What about this short Sherpa? That takes 12. That's not enough. Well, we don't need it to be ridiculous. I'm thinking either 2 of these planes might equal 1 of those, right? So we have one of these that takes a cap of 24, is it? But it only comes once. Whereas if I have 2 of these spread out, yeah, give me 2 of those. Okay, set you online. So what are we? White Sands, Ghoulie Hop, Combat Transfer. Right, so. Yeah, so we have 2 of these running. in conjunction, we'll start to get that fed. But because we're not getting 24 in one hit, we're getting 24 spread over 2 aircraft running at 12 apiece. I think that'll just give us a little bit more distance, and we can always add a little bit more. And I think these are really great looking little craft as well, I'll be honest. Right, so that's going to be that. I just want to see, before we do it, we're going to fly the plane, by the way, today as our thing. I just want to see if we're going to start getting things ticked off down here. It all starts back here where we are. Combats are a go, right? Combats are go. Lots of decoration stuff is going to have to happen now. For all of these areas, even this airport down here is going to need a lot. Also, obviously the town wants to push this way as well. Right, so that's really good. We're gonna send that aircraft on its way. Speed up, because once that goes, I will then set this one off in here to be online. White Sands Girly Hot. So we'll just watch that take off. When it gets it to the other airport, we'll then take off on our own. Right, so that plane is about to land over there. We are now going to add you to that. Okay, we're going to get rid of you. We're going to hit this. And we're going to say our please and thank yous and goodbyes. And wow, look how big! Oh, it's gonna have to. We're gonna have to do some. We're gonna do some expansions on the airport. I think we'll do that next time out on both these airports. But ladies and gentlemen, I love this plane, by the way. I've been Van Ham. Roll credits. Let's get out of here for the day. Hope you enjoyed this little. It was kind of a bit of here, there, and everywhere episode, wasn't it? We were kind of a little bit. Like I said, I had it planned, but we're also all over the place. Anyway, regardless, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I'm really actually enjoying the challenge of the helicopters. You can't just punch them in like a plane line and expect them to do well. You actually have to think about their flight path a little bit more, which, when you think about it, you would have to do anyway, because helos are going to fly differently to planes. Different speeds, different altitudes, different styles, you know. Anyway, gang, thanks for joining me today. Enjoy this little flight. We might go there and back again. An aircraft's tail. If you get that reference, you can let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, let's get ready for takeoff. Let's get in with the captain. Let's get back out over the nose is not bad. Over the nose and far away. We'll go there and back. Stay safe wherever you are. Stay glued to your screen. And I'll see you guys very soon for the next one. Get out of here. You know, I just had an epiphany. We didn't even maybe need to bring these planes in, because I don't know if the planes at the other end, the other Lockheeds, are bringing back anything. And if that's the case, then they'll bring back the Commats anyway. We'll have a look at that next time. So these planes might actually be redundant, but until then, enjoy this flight long, and we'll check that out next time. Well, at least we're getting a good tour of the island. I don't know where this pilot's going, but we're going to end up on the other side of the map shortly. Or we're going to run out of fuel. Either way, we are going on a tour, that is for sure. Hooray! You know when like something happens and you're in the air and then you land finally and it's all safe and then the whole plane cheers. Hooray! We finally landed. Well, gang, I think because of that grand tour that we did, we don't need to go back now. Stay safe. Get out of here. See you next time.